I'm back with the video, and this video is this little 5-year-old girl. She was found missing this morning, or last night, early this morning, after finding her mom dead in their home. Now, the WTX News are reporting on this, and they're reporting that the family have come up with a search party of 30, and they are looking for this little girl. The police says they have a man that was running from the house, but they have given no evidence, no information as to whether this guy has anything to do with the mother's death. My question is, was he seen running away with the little girl? So where's the little girl? So let's hear what the question everybody is asking. Why is there no Amber Alert out looking for this little girl? So here is what the news is what her name Darcy Strickland has to say when the news was asked, why is there no Amber Alert out for this little girl? And here's what she found.
Amber Alert has not been issued for her. So our deep dive team looked into the criteria for issuing Amber Alerts, and this is what we found from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. As soon as an abduction is reported, the investigation must reveal all of the following before an Amber Alert can be issued. Law enforcement must believe the child has been abducted. The child must be under 17 years old. Law enforcement must believe the child is in immediate danger of serious bodily harm or even death. And all other possibilities for the victim's disappearance have to have been ruled out. The criteria.
Apparently, one of the qualifications is they have to believe she was abducted. Apparently, that's something the police does not think she was abducted. So, let's carry on.
Goes on to say that in order for an Amber Alert to be issued, there must be sufficient information to give to the public so that they can assist in the search, and the child's name and other critical data must be entered into the National Crime Information Center.
So they can't get this information from their family. They want to know why she's not on Amber Alert, so they can get this information from the family so they can get an Amber Alert out on this little girl.
Any of that information cannot be determined, then the Amber Alert cannot be activated. An Amber Alert must also be activated by the police chief or the county sheriff of a police department.
So, apparently they don't see this little girl missing after finding her mom dead, after a family member found her mom dead in her home. So they don't see a reason to put out an Amber Alert so the family is out. So the community is coming together to look for this little girl, to find the information as to what happened to this little girl. So I guess their only concern is seeing if this guy they have in custody that was running from the home, or they said running from the home. When I first heard it, he was seen leaving the home. But my thing is, if he did anything to the mom, where's the little girl? Was he seen with the little girl? So I guess we'll have to see this case, see how the Sumter Police Department see this case. Another thing, we know that Sumter Police Department put out a hotline specifically for the Hispanic community to find out who murdered a Guatemalan from California. And what I understood, they found who did that. For what I'm hearing from a friend of mine yesterday, she said they find the people that killed him. Where's the hotline to find out who killed this young lady, and possibly kidnapped the little girl, did something to the little girl. The little girl very well maybe did too, or maybe the little girl ran away to get away from the murderer, and the person chased her down and killed her somewhere. So, like the cousin of the adult cousin of little Nabaya, I think how to pronounce her name. She says they won't stop looking for her. Days from now, weeks from now, they're gonna continue to look for her little cousin. So, Sumter black community is smelling the coffee, and the coffee is the exposure of what's always been there. The black community is only getting attention from the justice system. It's when they're setting up roadblocks and looking for drug dealers. They aren't looking for murderers in the black community. They're only looking for those drug dealers selling pills or whatever they're doing. They aren't out there with Hotline. They aren't out there in the black community investigating the black community to find out who killed this mother